Hey guys, it's Ben Reddington from Wichita, Kansas. I want to teach you how to play the game called the Battle of Gilneas. It's a card and dice game that I modified from the game Button Men for the newest Hearthstone expansion. So here's an example on how to play the Battle of Gilneas. Each card will have a value on it. So the value corresponds to the number of sides in a die. So a 4-sided die, a 6-sided die, a 6-sided die, a 20-sided die, and an X. An X is a variable, so for that you can add any other die to your kit, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, or 20, but you can only have 2 of the same die in your collection. So you cannot add a 6-sided die to Katie. Whereas the Blood Witch, she has a 6, an 8, an 8, a 20, and an X. Where X, I added another 20-sided die. For Katie, I added also a 20-sided die. So the next steps would be to take all the dice that are in your pool and you roll those numbers for both players. So then you match up the person with the lowest rolls, which it looks like this person had a 1, a 4, a 5, a 15, and an 8. This person had a 6, a 3, a 3, sorry, bad with trying to get all this in frame. So a 3, a 3, a 4, a 3, a 3, a 4, a 6, and a 16. So the Blood Witch would go first. So now that you have all the dice rolled the first time, there are 2 different types of attacks you can do. You can do a power attack where a dice of the same greater or equal to the other dice will capture it. So for instance, my 4 here could take this 4 straight across. That would be a power attack. Or my 8 could take a 6 or the 4 or the 3 or the 3. There's also a skill attack where you use 2 or more dice to take one of your opponent's dice. So in this situation, it may be best, even though this is a low number, a 6, my 1 and 15 add up to 16, and that would allow me to capture the D20 of this other player. So I'm going to make that attack, where my 16 will add 16. I'll take the D20 and set it to the side, and you only roll the dice that you attacked with. So these are the only 2 dice in my pool that I re-roll. So I got a 15 and a 4. So one other aspect you want to look at is like this D20 here is only a 6. Well, that means the lowest I can roll if I attack with it next time is a 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. It has a greater upside from 7 to 20. So it might be a die that I want to attack with. Meaning this D20 gives me the most points. It might make sense for me to do a power attack where this 6 takes this 15. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm sorry, this 6 takes this 5, not 15. And we only re-roll that 1 die. I'm going to re-roll it where. All right, so we got 15 to 15. So for this player, it would make sense for that 15 to go straight across. So we will do that. We'll move that to the side. We'll roll. We got a 3. That is really bad. 4 is the highest that this die can actually roll, so it makes sense to do a power attack with one of these D6s. So we'll take the D20, reroll it. We got a 4 again. I'm going to chance it with this player and use this D8, this 4, to take the D6. Roll the 3. So 3 would take 3. Get a 2. We'll do 4 for 2 because the D6 is worth more points than the 4-sided die. He has a 3, so he has to pass. And then because his 4 can take the 3. I'm dumb. All right, now let's talk about scoring. So scoring works by the number of sides in the die that you captured and half the sides of the die that were left on the table. So this would be worth 20, 40, 46, 52, 56, plus 4. So 60 points for this player. These dice are worth their face value. So we have 20, 40, 48, 54. So it was 54 to 60. So the player with the Blood Witch ended up winning the match, and then you would go and draw another card and continue to play. So we have different heroes with different power levels and different dice values. So how I'm structuring this is doing a best 3 out of 5 and doing like a little round robin tournament. The games only take about 2 or 3 minutes to play. There's some strategy involved in thinking about what dice you want to re-roll that have a greater chance of rolling higher the next turn, or what dice make the most sense to make those skill attacks. So since you're only re-rolling the dice that you attack with. Let me know how you do, and if you have any questions, please let me know.